Today we're exploring what fits inside the Louis Vuitton SPEEDY 30, two ways, with an organizer and without. Hello and welcome back, or welcome. I am Jill Maurer. I am a jewelry designer, so a lot of times I talk about jewelry on this channel. I also happen to love luxury handbags, and today we're talking about the Louis Vuitton SPEEDY 30 and what fits inside. I'll show you two ways, one with an organizer, which is the way I usually carry this bag, and one without, because I know a lot of you don't like the organizer, and I don't always use an organizer when I carry the SPEEDY 30, but I normally do. My Louis Vuitton SPEEDY 30 happens to be the Kusama edition. I love Kusama. I have done a video on Kusama and why I particularly like her and why I particularly like this bag. I will link that below for you. So I'm not going to go over that here. We're really just going to look at what fits inside. So here it is. I will go ahead and just give you a 360 of the bag if you've never seen this particular one. This is the front. This is the side, the back, the other side, the bottom, and the top. And this SPEEDY is a little older, and it has this flap here that does not have a zipper. I understand that the newer ones do have a zipper. That's a slight difference. I don't normally put anything in here. I will show you, this is a Chanel card case, so you know it's the size of just about any card case. You can put a card case in there if that's something that you want to do. Here is my organizer. It is a Samorga. There are lots of companies that make organizers. It doesn't have to be a Samorga. I recommend getting a lighter organizer, one that's lighter in color. The reason is that this bag, things can get kind of lost in here because the zipper doesn't open all that wide. You're kind of looking down into dark. It looks a little lighter now because my lights are shining on it, but when you're in your everyday situation and you're looking down into this bag, it is pretty dark. This organizer helps you to see your items because it's lighter and it makes it brighter inside your bag. To get this organizer, or any organizer, in the bag, you need to squish it. You just kind of fold it and you put it in this way first and then turn it to the side. And then you can kind of spread it out and make sure it's fitting down in there. Now there are a lot of organizers for the SPEEDY 30 and some of them are configured differently. This happens to be the one that I like. This is what it looks like when it's in there. Can you see how much lighter and brighter that is? It just allows you to see everything. Different people have different SLGs and different items that they like to put in their bag. So I'm going to show you a couple of different ways, a couple of different things. I might pull things in and out just so that you can see what goes in there. For example, here is the Louis Vuitton Cosmetic case. I do have some items in here. This is a fairly large cosmetic case. It doesn't fit in a lot of bags, but it does fit in this one. One of the things about this cosmetic case is it has sort of an odd shape where it's shorter on the bottom and goes into a triangle. That allows it to hold a lot, but also what it does, if you don't have an organizer, it makes it kind of weird to stack things in your bag because when you try to put something next to it, it doesn't really go right up next to it. It sort of goes wonky, and that can continue. But that is something that the organizer helps with. So I'll show you. I can put this down into one of these pockets, and I usually put it right there in that center pocket. So its wonkiness, if you will, doesn't really affect any of the other pieces in there. You can still open and close the bag just fine. What that does do is it requires you to pull out the cosmetic case to actually use it. If you don't want to do that, you can slip that cosmetic case down into the bigger area of the organizer. Now I could reach in there and I could unzip it and open it and use it that way. So we can leave it there as well. This is a full-size zippy wallet, and this is the zippy coin purse. I use both of these, but when I can, I use the bigger one, and this one I can easily use in this bag. Again, I would just stand that up, and I would stand that up there in the middle, because you're not really going to open your wallet without taking it out, or at least I don't. So there is a wallet and a cosmetic case in there. I could also put a mini pochette. I normally would not need a mini pochette if I had that cosmetic case, but we'll put it in there anyway, so you can see that right there with it. There you go. The sunglass case you can stand up in there, but if you do it more toward the edge, it starts to bend over. So I normally put that on its side. I'm going to put that right next to the cosmetic case. The key pouch can go in just a side pocket. There's the key pouch there in the side pocket. And then the sunglasses are there next to the cosmetic case. I hope you can see that. And then here is a PM agenda. I can actually put that in the same pocket with the zippy coin purse. My phone can go in another pocket on the side. Reading glasses, in case you have those, I'm going to slip that into another pocket. And even an umbrella. And I'm going to put the umbrella on the big part next to there. So let me give you a close-up of this. There's my cell phone and my key pouch in those side pockets. My sunglass case and my cosmetic pouch are in the big pocket on that side. The mini pochette is in its own little container, and the zippy wallet and the PM agenda are together. Then if I flip this over, I just have my glasses case on that other side. I don't have anything in that pocket. I don't have anything in the pen holder, so there's room to do that. And then I have an umbrella down there on that big pouch. That's all I would carry. It's actually more than I can carry. And because I have the organizer, it's light colored. I can see everything. I know where it is. I can reach in. I can even just feel in and grab it. So this is the way that I prefer to carry this bag. But let's take a look at all of that in the bag without the organizer. So the organizer is back out of the bag, and we will put those same items back in. The mini pochette, the cosmetic case, the zippy, full-size zippy wallet, the PM agenda, the phone, the umbrella, sunglass case. You wouldn't always need sunglasses and an umbrella, but you know, you never know. Reading glasses, and the clay, the key clay. Now you'll see this way, I actually have a lot more room. So there is everything in the bag without the organizer. As you can see, the same amount of things fit in there, but you could get a lot more. So if you needed to carry a scarf or you needed to carry something a lot more than I do, you could get them in there. It's harder to see in there, but I hope you can see that everything fits in there. As you can see, a lot more fits without the organizer. But what does happen is it does give the bag a little bit slouchier of a look. Some people like that. My bag isn't overly slouchy because I usually use the organizer. But either way is fine. This bag was designed to be carried just like this, and that is a fine way to do it. So you can fit quite a lot in it. What I will say is when you store your bag, I would stuff it. I don't have to stuff it because I keep it with the organizer in it. But if you stuff it every time, that'll help it not to get so saggy. Unless you just really love that saggy look, which is also fine. A lot of people do, especially if they have the bandolier and they're carrying it cross body. They want it to kind of conform to their body more. That you can do as well. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please like, subscribe, and share. I'm challenging myself to upload a video every single day for the year of 2019, and I would love to see you here again tomorrow. Until then.